It does appear that being the CEO of 3 major companies may be too much even for Elon Musk, since Tesla has lost $900 billion. Let's take a look at how that has happened. Elon Musk is landing himself in a lot of hot water lately with how he is running Twitter, being sued for not paying rent, and causing the price of Tesla stock to drop lower and lower. Tesla stock at one point was worth more than $1.2 trillion and is now worth only $344.5 billion, according to Forbes. That represents $895 billion in losses. That's a year-to-date drop of 69.2%. I'm no Wall Street stock expert, but I would say that is, not good. Investors who hold Tesla stock have become increasingly wary about the stock's future, and rightfully so, since it continues to drop. It doesn't help that Elon Musk also keeps saying one thing and then doing another. For example, Musk has started to gather a history of broken promises as he continuously sells Tesla stock after repeatedly stating to investors that he was done doing so. One of those times was so he could afford the acquisition of Twitter. Investors do not like leaders that they can't trust, and right now Elon appears to be painting himself in that light. Another reason Tesla stock is not doing great is due to COVID-19. A prolonged shutdown at an important factory in China is feeling imminent, as COVID-19 outbreaks are currently on the rise. Competitor electric car makers are reporting similar worries and concerns regarding their facilities in China. Due to this, and the rising cost of materials due to inflation, some of the plants in Shanghai would run at reduced capacity. No one wants to hear that anything is being reduced regardless of the reason, and that can potentially scare investors away. There were also reports that factories would shut down for the Chinese New Year, and while giving people the time off would be nice, it isn't nice for stock prices. If warehouses close or operate at a lower capacity and then a long break commences, that will only push production even further back. I'm definitely not advocating working people to the bone, but soulless investors who only care about numbers will likely be concerned. You could say that all this Tesla stock turmoil started with the acquisition of Twitter, and you'd probably be right. Like I mentioned earlier, Musk sold some of his Tesla stock in order to finalize his purchase of Twitter for $44 billion. That might not have been as big of a deal if Twitter was doing well, but ever since October of 2022, things have been less than stellar over at Twitter. There are currently 4 lawsuits towards Twitter. One for laying off a majority of employees without sufficient notice, another for unpaid rent, unpaid fees to a private jet company, and unpaid fees to a software company that has a contract with Twitter that goes through 2024. That's a lot for one person to deal with. Elon must have thought that Tesla would run itself while he was distracted with Twitter, but all Tesla has managed to do is run itself into the ground, at least from a stock perspective. The problems and turmoil over at Twitter are causing many people to view Elon Musk in a less than favorable light. He has reinstated previously banned accounts and released internal files related to COVID-19 and presidential elections. He also stated recently that he will step down as CEO of Twitter, but not until he finds a suitable replacement. From an investor perspective, Twitter is one big distraction for Elon, and the more distracted he is with Twitter, the less attention he is giving Tesla and its failing stock. Investors are feeling neglected, and the more neglected they feel, the more likely they are to sell and bow out of the company. Elon Musk is continuously trying to push technology forward, and as a result, he ends up making promises he cannot deliver on. Almost every new and exciting project he has announced has not been seen within the timeline he initially sets. For example, in 2019, he unveiled the Tesla Cybertruck and stated production would begin in 2021. Well, now he's saying we can expect production in 2023. Similarly, the Tesla Semi was supposed to be delivered in 2019, but that didn't happen until 2022. I've always heard the saying that you should under-promise and over-deliver when making business deals, but Elon seems to prefer doing the opposite. But hey, what do I know? Tesla is Elon's baby, which leads me to believe that he will eventually turn his attention back in that direction. Not sure if any of that will help the stock prices, but one thing is for sure, that as long as negative headlines remain at the forefront of the minds of investors, then the price might continue to fall as we head into 2023.